Alright, if you saw my last couple of videos, you know I went to the National N-Scale Convention in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, which is always a good time. Made some purchases. This is one of the other engines I got. Last time you may have seen I tried to run this guy, which was a $35 purchase. It looked brand new. It even came with the original lifelike box, which is crazy because I've never seen that before. But when we threw it on the track, it was a sputtering mess of not working. So that was greatly unfortunate. I haven't fiddled with it yet to figure out what's going on with it. But that aside, hopefully this engine works a lot better. That was a lifelike, this is an Atlas, but it's from the same era. Just looking at it, it looks really cool. But I noticed on the back it says something about being from the class of 1995. So this thing's already 30 years old, which is crazy. But it looks fantastic. I love the paint scheme and the details. They nailed it. I said in the original one of when I kind of showed everything I bought from it, this is very similar to another engine that I have, which I was thinking of this guy at the time. This is actually a Pico, modeled after an engine in Europe. Very similar in style, but it's clearly a different engine itself. Just looking at it up and down, you can see the difference. However, it's very, very similar. So, let me pop this guy out and let's take a closer look. Comes with this cool, I don't know if I've ever seen this. This has like this very fancy styrofoam. Let me see if there's any paperwork underneath. I don't think there is, but you never know. Nope, nothing in the box beyond that. And what it says on the back about, I guess, the other things coming in 1995. So there you go. Atlases, I've had good luck with the engines. I have a couple other engines, but not many of them. They seem to work pretty good. In fact, that Back to the Future Mogul steam, super old school steam engine is an Atlas, and that's one of the best working engines I have. It's super tiny, but it goes like nothing other. So maybe this has the same engine up in it, even though this is a lot bigger engine itself. But yeah, I love the look. I love the color scheme. That's very nice. What more can you say? Like I said, good detail. Everything looks good, but does it work good? Hopefully it works a lot better than that other one. In fact, this one may not even have been used. Look how clean everything is. Okay. Well, who knows? Let's throw this guy on the track and see what happens to this one. All right, I didn't bother changing the terrain behind it from the other engine we tried earlier because it was still on the track here. And look how great the paint scheme is with those first three cars. They all really blend in and go together quite nicely. So there you go. Hopefully, like I said, this one works a lot better than the other one did. This one was $40, which still seems like a good price if it works. So that's the big question. Let me throw it on here and see what happens when we turn it on. Alright, well, better results so far than the other one, that's for sure. But this is almost all the way up in power. And it is struggling a little bit. So, it ain't the fastest thing in the world unless it picks up there, which it kind of did. In fact, this is the slowest part of the track, right here, around this bend. It's the farthest from the power, and it's coming up on a cross switch, which cuts the power from the other side. So as soon as it crosses that cross switch, it might take off here. This is a fairly long train. Perhaps I need a shorter one for this kind of an engine. Let's see what happens here after it crosses. Woo! That's a big power difference. So, okay. It's very sensitive to that. A lot of engines aren't, but this one definitely is sensitive. So now it's really taken off and working great. Although it's kind of starting and stopping now that I look at it. What is happening? Okay, that's weird. What is going on? And it just died right there on me. Okay. Let's go. This is really weird. I've never had an engine act like this before. Like, it goes, then it stops. It goes, then it stops. It goes, and then it stops. Like, what is that? What has happened? I know the track's clean because I just cleaned it. Very bizarre indeed. If I slow it down a little. Nope. That did nothing. In fact, it killed it. Okay. Alright, well, this, as is, isn't the best engine in the world. But at least it kind of worked. Better than that other one did. It's in an awkward spot right behind all this stuff. There it goes. But it starts and it stops. It starts, then it stops. I don't get it. Maybe there's something caught up in the gears. I'll have to fiddle with it again. This is what annoys me about the old stuff. They don't work as good. Alright, well, it kind of died right here. I did throw in some oil drops just to try it out right before I put it on the track, so I know it's all oiled and good from that perspective, but for whatever reason, it doesn't like to really run. So, like I said, it is 30 years old. You gotta give it that. It at least worked better than the other one, so I'll probably fiddle with this one too. May have to take it apart, see what's going on the innards. But for now, I'm kind of 0 for 2 at this point. But I still got one engine left. I'm going to do that in another video, test that out fully, and hopefully that one works even more because that is the most expensive one that I ended up buying. So cross your fingers for this one, and the other one that I get it working at some point. But for right now, it is what it is. It still looks pretty, so I'll throw it in the display case nonetheless, and see what happens from there.